Hello and welcome back to Snack Play Love, where we're playing again in the Festival Clever Reflections event. This time I've swapped to a cycling deck based around making the giant sea creatures. Let's just straighten everything in the window. Moved over for some reason. So I put the unsummons in that we lacked in the last video, which I may or may not have uploaded. We've got Ominous Seas to make 8/8 Kraken. We've got things to help get there. We've got the Reptilian Reflection to have 5/4 Tramplers from nowhere. And we have the little tiny fairies, which we had in the other deck for funsies. It's a 72 card deck. Currently, you can easily tune that out and put 3 copies of the 4s and so on and so forth. But it draws so many cards that in a casual event, I'm not going to bother tuning it. We'll see how it goes. It's a bit of a 50-50 sometimes in these events anyway. We had a favourable matchup in our first game of the last video, but I failed to spot the tools that we had to shut down their combo that were in our hands before they comboed off. Now, ordinarily I would not keep this because... What? Okay. Thank you, good game. So, that's sweet. They either saw our sleeves and thought, nah, can't be arsed, or they're just doing a few quick concedes so that everybody else gets to have the promo cards. There we go. Where is one Regal Leosaur? Oh, there we go. So that's the real version. I got all these in the post yesterday, the day before. No, I think it was, yeah. But anyway, they were pens. I ordered them from Czechoslovakia, so now I have all of the commons and uncommons, which makes me immensely happy. Let's see if we can win the final one with a legitimate game. I also bought the Triomes, one of each, because I'm not convinced that they'll go up massively in value, but I wanted to safeguard myself by making sure we had... it helps if I swap back to the game in the recording, doesn't it? There we go. Triomes. Geez, this is probably as bad as last time. It really isn't like a 72 card deck. I'm going to keep this just because of the cycling ones, but I'm not happy with it. So we're getting rid of cycling 2. Cathartic Reunion is 2 mana cycling 3 basically, but it's the wrong art for Lonely Sandbar as well. It's not the Noah Bradley art. I never spotted that when it first came out, but it is remarkably disappointing. I'm going to cycle the non-threat card first. And play that. They are pretty, these, though. I'm glad I got the styles for these. I don't know when the art from these is. Is it Invasion Block or something? So, ooh, of all mind, that's interesting. I think we're binning it though, because we've got a human. No, I think we keep it. Loathed to get rid of all the cycling 1 cards, but we just don't have any way to win in our hand. I was expecting to draw an untapped land, but that's fine. This is now a 1 mana draw 2 card spell, which is fabulous because we have human and Improbable Alliance. That's unfortunate because that's going to get big before we can deal with it. We have to cycle it this turn, so it's our second card. Do we draw an untapped land? We do. Do we play it though? No, we can be on 5 mana next turn if we don't. Again, it's a cycling deck, but it feels like there's too many cycling lands. He will probably just attack with the 3/3. Unless he's got removal for the fairy. Okay. Necropanther in this format is ridiculously good plan. No, I'm good, mate. So, Mountain. Stinger for its non-cycling cost. We have a human and a non-human, so this costs 1 to draw 2, but it's a sorcery. We now have 2 different ways of unsummoning his guy. We have played a land for this turn. We have the recon mission, so we want to keep as many things as we can alive. We can potentially double block his Necropanther. So, whenever it mutates, we sack a creature. If we unsummon it, he gets a 4/6. Either way, he gets a 4/6. But if we let it resolve, has to attack us. Is he swinging with both? He is. I mean, I don't think we're winning this, but declare as blocks. Put that back in your hand. Hardcast Seas. Pay for words. Put the cliffs out. So potentially he's going to try and make us sacrifice a lot of creatures and sacrifice our 8/8s. So that's fun because he can't. Oh no, he can do both, can't he? I can't remember what the mutate cost on that is. One too many? To the battlefield as well. That is broken. You put the Panther back out. Mind you, I don't know. Maybe the Death Touch Lifelink is better in this deck because he keeps gaining the life. Excuse me while I down my tea. Whenever you cycle a card, how many do we want to draw? Because this drawing 4 is amazing, but I think we might be slightly too early in the game for that. Paching, paching. How are we on so many lands? So, just doing a bit of maths here. Recon mission drawing us cards, if we've got 2 fairies alive next turn, is actually pretty cool. So Necropanther for getting back Necropanther? Or does he want me to sack a fairy? He wants me to sack a fairy. Not instant, is it? Yeah. That'd be too good if it was. I think we just let him have that. Start's fine. Draw 4 cards. We don't have 2 ways to cycle, which is pretty unfortunate, because if we had 2 cycling 1 cards in hand, that'd be better. I think he might have ways to make us sack 2 creatures. So I'm just going to pass the turn. Because we can make a 5/4 and an 8/8. It's funny because mutate and protection kind of work really well together, whereas enchanting stuff is a mockery. And you, okay, we'll allow that. I mean, we could do with some common or uncommon board wipes right now, but I mean, we could even cycle Ominous Seas. Let's see where he goes. Do I want to just hit him for 2? Yeah, I suppose that makes him big. That's a sorcery. 4, 8. So if we make another ominous seize, recon mission will draw us 2. It's very awkward. I think if I swing with the 8-8, he just doesn't block. What? Was he bored? Did he realise I could basically make 2 8-8s? Well, 8-8 every turn from that point onwards. But, wow, God, these are bendy. I'll show you what I'm looking at in a sec. Hey, look, it's a trumpeting Nah. We can now use this card in the real world. Yay. Look at this. This card's been out of the box for maybe 20 minutes while we're doing the videos, and it's already starting to curve. Something to do with the full artness, I guess. I mean, it's not really that moist in here, but either way, they did send me a weird commander box to put the stack of cards in. So we have some full arts in real world, we have some full arts in the digital space. So sorry those weren't the most exciting games ever, but yeah, it is what it is. You can make cephalopods if you want. If you don't, watch the other videos because those decks were a lot more reliable. Bye. Do like, comment, subscribe, etc.